The NU Gundam's counterpart has officially appeared. Gao Gao Sazabi has finally arrived. Speaking of Gao Gao models, no matter how eye-catching their price advantage was in the past, it has lost that advantage when faced with numerous third-party manufacturers today. Countless KO manufacturers have completed their initial accumulation and transformation to original designs. Even Dabin has started adding metal frames and LEDs to the KO model. The kids who used to lack pocket money have grown up, and a single price advantage is no longer enough. But this manufacturer, which only had the advantage of being cheap, seems to have changed its soul, starting with the pirated RG New Gundam. Although it is still a KO, the quality of the model and the materials used have improved significantly. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Model Express channel. Today we will take a look at the RG Star mobile suit, Char's final TV ride, the Sazabi. The box still features bold, colorful printing, almost indistinguishable from Bandai's except for the text. I even suspected that Gao Gao was trying to cash in one last time before disappearing. The unibody frame has significant scratches, but this time Gao Gao used soft rubber, which largely solves the breakage problem. The sturdiness and grip are decent, but I wonder how it will withstand future loads, as it does look very soft. The red parts come in two colors. The matte finish of the bright red isn't very noticeable, and due to the large size of the parts, the watermarks are quite visible. However, the mechanical details and sharpness of some parts are commendable, quite different from what I've seen of Gao Gao's technology before. The matte finish of the dark red parts is more obvious, but shrinkage is also quite noticeable. The sharpness of the parts is okay. The black parts are the worst area for watermarks. Although the matte finish reduces the visibility of the watermarks, they are still very obvious. In particular, the black shield even has scratches. It seems that Gao Gao's injection molding technology still has flaws. The transparent parts are quite clear, much better than some brands' blatantly blinding quality. The difference in quality is immediately apparent. After 3 hours of assembly, this new Gao Gao RG Sazabi successfully stood on the ground. The overall assembly feel was quite good. I even doubted whether it was a product manufactured by Gao Gao. But since Char has established Neo Zeon, it's not an exaggeration to say that Neo Gao Gao is also part of the brand. The joints are quite tight, not hindering the play experience at all, which is a big plus. The skeleton is truly amazing. Only the ankles require a lot of effort to assemble, while the rest of the skeleton assembled smoothly. Although the one-piece skeleton parts aren't very sharp, they still look great when combined with the skeleton. There are no loose or tight parts, which is quite unexpected for a Gao Gao product. Of course, the details aren't as refined as the original Bandai version. After all, it's a KO product. Regarding articulation, the head sculpt is generally well proportioned, although the antennae on the left and right sides are of different lengths. The seller stated that the mold will be repaired later. The head unfolds well, and the transparency of the parts is particularly noteworthy, completely surpassing that of a certain third-party manufacturer. The head rotates 360 degrees without interference, and the joints are quite tight, although the head raising and lowering effects are not ideal. The shoulders rotate 360 degrees without interference, and the arms can be raised more than 90 degrees after the shoulder armor is raised. The shoulder armor also exhibits a fully extended effect. The upper arms rotate 360 degrees, and the elbow can touch the shoulder when bent. The hydraulic rod linkage at the back of the elbow joint is very smooth. The arms also include an outer armor extension mechanism, which can extend the arms and improve articulation. The shoulders have a butterfly-shaped outward pulling structure, and the parts fit together tightly. There is almost no forward tilt of the waist, and of course, no bandai either. There is a slight backward tilt. The waist rotates 360 degrees without any problems. The skirt armor has an unfolding structure that can be extended to the sides to avoid interference. The leg can kick forward to over 150 degrees, while the back kick is more moderate, around 45 degrees. Side kicks can reach 90 degrees. The hip joint has a downward stretching structure to increase mobility. Knee flexion can exceed 90 degrees, with the lower leg almost touching the thigh. The kneecap and its coordinated movement are clearly visible. The ankle's ground contact joint has a very large angle, and the lower leg can extend outwards, perfectly replicating Bandai's design, even down to the color differentiation. Let's start with the drawbacks before discussing the pros. First, there's the antenna with the same length-to-length ratio. Although it's said to be fixed later, we'll see how it goes. After all, Gao Gao is known for its stubbornness, so hopefully Neo will be better. Second, many parts have scratches on their surfaces, such as the chest armor parts which have more severe scratches. I'm not sure if this is due to logistics issues causing damage during transport. However, Gao Gao's packaging needs attention, or perhaps some parts were already damaged at the factory. Third, the dark reddish-brown parts on the shoulders still have flaws. The sprue marks require a lot of work to fix, and shrinkage is quite noticeable. Another issue is the soft plastic parts one was initially worried about. Although the fit with other frame parts is fine, the interlocking joints between parts aren't very tight due to the material. While they hold the parts in place, the overall sturdiness isn't ideal. Then there's the issue of water damage. While watermarks are unavoidable and Bandai can't completely avoid them, they do affect the appearance to some extent. There are slight gaps in the clenched fist and elbow joint parts. The parts of the funnel have a problem with fit. They almost don't close properly. However, this is not a big deal when placed inside the funnel compartment, and the gaps are completely invisible when the funnel is deployed. This is already very good for Gao Gao. Those who have played with past Gao Gao products will understand what I mean. The tolerance of the head cover parts is slightly off, resulting in gaps on both sides. Also, the fuel tank on the back is a bit loose. Bandai's is the same. Only these two areas are loose. Everything else is very tight. Next, let's talk about the advantages. First, the overall accuracy is excellent. The structural details of each part are faithfully reproduced without any omissions. Since Gao Gao's usual style often results in KO products lacking in quality, this product features a matte finish, which looks great from a distance, saving collectors a lot of trouble later. The second advantage is the accurate color separation. The deep red and bright red are clearly distinguishable upon close inspection. Another advantage is that Gao Gao has made significant progress compared to its past self. From the RG new Gundam to the current Sazabi, we see the word Neo constantly appearing in users' minds. This is quite remarkable. Perhaps Gao Gao saw other third-party KO manufacturers succeed and suddenly realized something. Then, the tightness of the parts is excellent, making posing and shaping very smooth, with well-tuned damping between parts. Let's get straight to the stress test. Despite such violent shaking, no parts fell off. If it were the old Gao Gao, the table would be covered in armor, leaving only the skeleton in your hands. The drop test also performed very well. Only one funnel piece fell off, demonstrating its solidity. The overall assembly smoothness and experience are excellent. I never expected to have such a great experience assembling Gao Gao. Aside from the ankle part mentioned earlier, other parts didn't require much force or the use of pliers, and the fit between the parts is excellent. However, to be honest, many people have a negative stereotype of Gao Gao, so some might think they're being paid off as a YouTuber. But as a reviewer, I always judge products objectively. I even criticized the incredibly popular Mentor unit for its terrible LED light set. This product only costs around $8, so buying one as practice is perfectly acceptable, much better than buying an expensive Bandai for model modification practice. Finally, I want to say that the assembly experience is very subjective, so please be objective. Regarding the accessories, firstly, there's the Sazabi's large shield. The black parts on this shield have very noticeable water ripples, but the other parts and colors are fine. The Zero's sharpness is acceptable, which is already an exceptional performance for a high-end camera. There's one laser gun, but the trigger handguard parts are quite loose. There are two sets of beam saber kits, which fluoresce under UV light. Then there's the axe effect parts, which are quite good. At least there are no air bubbles this time, which is a significant improvement. Surprisingly, there's even a miniature version of the Commander-in-Chief. Although it's a bit blurry, it's better to have it than nothing. Finally, let's give a brief summary. This Neo Gao Gao RG Sazabi has excellent overall handling and a great feel when played with. Assembly is smooth and doesn't require much force to install. For a Gao Gao brand, this is an exceptional performance. Priced at $8, with a coupon you can get it for $6, making it incredibly cost-effective. Aesthetically, it gets an 8 out of 10, considering it's a supersonic figure, including the accurate deployment mechanism. If the antenna on the head were flawless, it would probably get a 9 or even a perfect score. The assembly experience gets a 7 out of 10. The assembly experience was simply amazing. I had some preconceived notions about Gao Gao, hence the surprising difference. The overall unity gets a solid 8 out of 10. In the rigorous shaking and drop tests, only one funnel part fell off. The fit and stability between the parts are truly astonishing, and it's easy to play with without any problems. Okay, that's all for this review video. Please follow my channel, like and share the video. See you in the next video.